Hi guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Stella, and I've been reading a Proverbs a day for a couple days now, and I've learned so much, and it's just awesome, so I wanted to share what I learned with you guys. So yeah, so today would be day 19, and because I missed yesterday, I read 18 and 19, so I'm going to share that with you. So chapter 18 applied a lot into what I've been going through recently. It's kind of a lot of verses talked about arguing. It felt like that's how it spoke to me. Like it says in verse 2, fools have no interest in listening, and then 13, spouting before hearing facts is foolish. So those things, I feel like they aligned really well, and those things are really important because I got into an argument recently, and before it was like sharing thoughts and ideas, and then it turned into my ideas are right, your ideas are wrong, you believe this and that's stupid because of this, blah 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 blah. And we really weren't like supplying facts to what we were saying. We were just saying what we believe and backlashing the other person because they believe something different or because they think something different. And it's, stupid to argue over things when we can just learn from each other and listen to each other. And just because somebody has a different belief than you doesn't mean you have to change your beliefs or that their beliefs are wrong, but it means that we can learn new things about other people, and it's a great way to connect, and it's a great way to maybe learn something new. Maybe somebody says something that you're like, oh, actually you're right, I should have thought of that, or something, or I'm so glad I learned that. So a lot of times in argument we just we don't listen and we just backlash each other, and that's something I was going through, and it's not good because it ruins relationships. When you argue, it creates a rift and something you can't really get over. It's kind of hard. But so I also like this verse because this is telling us what we really should do instead of that. So it says in verse 15, learning is wise, basically. So when we learn things, it's wise that we learn them. And then in 17 it says wise to hear both sides before making a decision. Okay, that's not what it really says. I'm paraphrasing, but so I like those two because a lot of times in arguments you're not listening, but this is telling us right here we need to listen before we make decisions, and what we listen to and what we take in and what we say after that is so important because it impacts people, and because of how it impacts people and it impacts you, and your spirit is just so important. So it's important that we listen and we learn. So that's what it was saying. And then in 19, this spoke to me a lot because I was arguing with a friend, but it said to offend let me actually just read it out of here. But okay, 19, it says, shoot, I cannot read my handwriting. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, right here. Okay, 19. An offended friend is harder to win back than a fortified city. Arguments separate friends like a gate locked with bars. So, yeah, so those spoke to me because, I was arguing with my friend, and, it didn't make me want to hang out with her. I was kind of angry at her because what she was saying wasn't something I agreed with, and I knew what I was saying, it created a rift, and it's kind of hard to keep, when you argue, it's kind of hard to keep a mutual or friendly, positive outlook. So I just think arguing is not something we should be doing, but I think it's good that we do share and that we do, listen to other people and listen to their ideas, even if it's something that we don't agree with. You're gonna meet people you don't agree with, but you don't have to tell them they're wrong just because you don't agree with them. But you can always share your thoughts and listen to their thoughts. And, even if you don't agree, you can walk away disagreeing, but you don't have to argue. But yeah, that's something I really got out of chapter 18. And I just thought those were great because it applied to me and in my situation. So yeah. Okay, so chapter 19 had some really great verses. And a lot of times in Proverbs, it kind of repeats some of the same messages. But a message I got that just really spoke to me today was in a couple verses. So in verse 15 of chapter 19, it says, lazy people sleep soundly, but idleness leaves them hungry. And then again in verse 24, it says, lazy people take food in their hands, but don't lift it to their mouths. So I like these verses because it made me think, how many times have God told me to do something or shared something that's so important, or I learned something new and I didn't take it and I didn't apply it to my life and I didn't spiritually feed myself with that, or feed other people or learn something new. I took this information and I left it here. I didn't pick it up. I didn't eat from it. I didn't get anything from it because I was so, I was just ignoring it almost. And so that also goes to the next verse that I feel connects these well, is verse 27. It says, if you stop listening to my instruction, my child, you will turn your back on knowledge. So just thinking about how many times have God told, or any, not even God necessarily, how many times has somebody told you something that you can learn from and you just, didn't want to listen? Maybe because you're hard-headed, or maybe it's not something you wanted to hear. Maybe it's something you needed to hear, but you didn't want to accept it yourself. A lot of times I feel like we do this, and you're missing out on such a great opportunity to grow and learn, but because of your stubbornness, you're losing that. You're not getting it. So I just think, how many times have I spiritually done this? And I think that we need to take this opportunity, this message, this is like a warning to not do that, to learn from our mistakes, and when we are corrected, and that when we gain wisdom, that when we're being taught these things, that we take it and that we apply it, and that we continue to grow instead of just letting it linger in our hands without eating it. So yeah, those are just some great things I've learned, and I'm just was excited to share it. So hopefully you got something out of it, and if not, I still gotta share it in my way. So, but I hope you guys have a great day, and that Christ, you're able to feel his love, and that you're able to share his love and grow closer to him in any way that you can. But I love you guys, and I hope that you guys do great things and are able to, I don't know, just love life. Yeah. But love you guys. Hope you guys do great.